I don't know. I think it's some kind of tropical storm, but welcome everybody. Um, it's loud and it's thundering, but had, well, first I want to just let you guys know that after this, feel free to share and replay this broadcast or this Periscope. But I really tonight wanted to get online, and I had something on my heart because I haven't done a Periscope in a while. Hello, and I'm relatively new to this, but I've been wondering a lot about why it is that moms make great why moms make great entrepreneurs, and I've noticed this a lot, and I want to talk about it, number one, for the moms that I know that are entrepreneurs that we haven't really thought about why is it, and then also for those of you who are out there who may be working in traditional jobs or just have it on your heart to maybe try something new and something different, but you don't think you're equipped and you don't think that you have what it takes to really be successful in having your own business. So I'm really here just to encourage you and sort of to tell you a little bit about my story, and then just to go down the list. And I actually want to continue this after this this podcast, this Periscope. Okay, hold on. Okay, and actually explore it a little bit more. So I have my own business, and I work from home, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I've been working in this one particular company, in this one industry, hi from England, for quite a long time, for like 2.5 years, but I've been an entrepreneur for many years, but it wasn't always that successful. This one is very successful, and I really believe it's because there's some certain skills that I've really developed along the years, and I'm in an industry where they say that 80% of the women that make six figures or more are in the industry that I'm in, which is network marketing. And I had never considered network marketing before, but I have noticed that many moms are very successful in this industry. So I want to start off by saying one of the reasons why I think that moms are so successful is because they're so hardworking. I remember a time when I was working like 3 different jobs just to kind of make ends meet for my family. I would get up at 8 o'clock, head into New York City from Queens, work an 8 to 5 hour job while I left my daughter with a babysitter. And then after that, I worked as in a sales position for this entertainment company that I had. And then on the weekends, I would sing in my band. And I remember how difficult it was for me to leave my daughter and how sad it made me. And yet I knew that I needed to work really, really hard to make ends meet because I wanted her to be able to have what she needed. I wanted to have that roof over her head, and I was really just trying to make ends meet. I'm the daughter of a single mom who raised 4 girls working 4 jobs. And so the pattern and the history of what I saw were women working really, really, really hard, but never really getting paid enough, and putting everything that they had into their children and always wanting the best. And so a couple of years ago when we were struggling, I had this thought on my mind. I was like, okay, what am I going to do? And I was considering going into like a regular 9 to 5 job. And I'm the mom of 7 kids, by the way, for those of you who don't know. I have 2 by birth and 5 by adoption. So there I was, a mom of 7 kids. I have a great husband, but we were having difficulties making ends meet. So I was going to take this 9 to 5 job working for an insurance company doing social media, or I could choose to dive into my own business as an entrepreneur and have the odds in my favor, where they say 80% of women who make $100,000 or more in the industry that I am, and just use those social media skills to leverage this opportunity that had no cap on I could just earn and earn and earn if I was willing to work hard, put effort into it, and learn some things. So the one thing that moms have to begin with are a great work ethic, and that was one thing that I really, really noticed. The other thing that when I first started that I noticed, I said, well, I don't really know anything about this industry, but since I am so passionate about, where I want to go, I need to learn. So what skill set do I have? And the skill set that I did have was that I knew social media and I had a big network of people. I had a large influence. I had been advocating online on Facebook for adoption for a couple of years, and I had probably a friends list of about 3,500 people at the time, and I had developed credibility. And so the credibility in that company, in my life was great. So when I started to say things about the new product line that I was promoting, people believed me because I became passionate about these products because it was beneficial to my family. And so another great thing and reason that moms are so great as entrepreneurs is because so many of them have huge networks. And I can give you an example of a friend of mine who I started in this business with, and who is a business partner of mine, and we help each other to build this business, is my friend Carolyn, who is an advocate for HIV adoption. And she had been on the Today Show. She had been, just promoting, the cause for people to go out and adopt children that were of severe special needs, that were HIV positive. And she had a large network of people, and she also loved this nutrition, and she loved the products that she was taking. And because she loved these products, these health and wellness products, she was able to talk to her people and her network of people in order to really leverage that network. So, and I have another girlfriend who advocated for years for children's cancer, to help children that were suffering with cancer to have better nutrition, and she's doing really, really great. And then just the basics of women who have community networks, whether they're in the PTA or whatever, they work hard and they gain influence and actual credibility. So another reason why moms make great entrepreneurs is because of the networks that they have and the credibility that they have. The other thing is that as moms, my friends are pretty much kamikazes with with social media. They can link, tweet, pin, share, like, post within seconds wherever they are. And because of that, because of the way that social media is, I have friends who are building global businesses while they're, taking their son to karate, or whether they're, in making a roast in the oven, or shopping, or holding another business meeting. It's just that because of the smartphone and because of the internet and the information age, and the fact that moms are so great at multitasking, and many moms do have their identity and know who they are, so they're able to naturally brand. So that's another reason moms are great with social media, and they have a natural sense of who they are in order to be able to brand things. So the other thing is that as a mom, as that is true. I'm just looking at the questions and stuff. We are natural networkers, and we share things every single day. Like if I go to a movie or something and I like a movie, especially if you're involved in network marketing and you're sharing with other people, you've always done that anyhow. So there's some of you at home who are like, well, I can't do this. But if you've always shared your love for movies, or your love for a certain book, or your love for a product, or your love for the best stroller, or your love for whatever, you've never with that received a perk back. But in network marketing, when you share the products that you love and the product line that I'm with, we're passionate about it, you're going to get compensated. So we're natural network marketers to begin with. The other thing is that because we've had to deal with drama with our kids and with certain family members and even friends, we tend to be excellent negotiators because we know how to process and work and sort of have that communication piece to give and take. We kind of know that when we go into somebody's kitchen, whether we're the cook or whether we're the one who's supposed to support the cook. So we're great at negotiating. And by the way, that's going to be another Periscope that I'm doing on leadership, and doing an analogy regarding the kitchen, because I've got a lot to say on that, but we won't get into that tonight. So the other thing is the fact that we're self-taught. If you remember, none of us could have possibly have educated ourselves enough prior to having children to really know what it's like to parent children. Can I get an amen? the books that I read, what to expect when you're expecting, the people that have told me, most of us have researched everything, especially with our first child, read every single book, thank you, on breastfeeding or this or that. We naturally are tenacious about getting information and teaching ourselves. We are so great at coming into a new adventure, because that's what motherhood is, and learning how to excel at that. And so because of that, that also makes us a great entrepreneurs, because even if you don't know the new product line that you're heading into in network marketing, you will make a point with your social media skills, with the fact that you're determined to learn, and the fact that you're hardworking. You'll teach yourself. So they're self-taught. The other thing about moms, which makes them great entrepreneurs, is that they understand the process. I think people who have an instant sense of self-gratification can't do as well, because they expect results immediately. The truth is, you can have a very fast-growing business. I had a very, very fast-growing business, but I understood the process. Birth is like that, right? You know that after a certain amount of time you will give birth to something, but you also know that something's growing as the baby's growing. So having birth children or adopted children, which is also a process, we understand that even though we may want the end result immediately, we are willing to, and we are capable of going through that birthing process for a new business, business venture, and or a creative a creative project that we're working on. And I've thought about this a lot, because I tend to write songs and write books and all of that. And I'm like, why is it that some people, it's like they quit. They just quit because they're like, but I'm not getting the results right now. And I'm not going to say that every single mother wants to go through that process or understands the process, but lots of moms do. And if they're starting to quit, one tip to you is to remind them that it's a process. And if they're committed for the end results, and obviously when you're going to give birth to a baby, you're committed to that. And likewise, whether it's weight loss, whether it's better health, or whether it's trying to find results in your product, there is a certain level of commitment. So between the fact that we're used to going through a process or having a commitment, that makes us really great. And then the other thing is perseverance. This is going to be kind of comical, but it's really, really true about us as moms. We're able to push things, large things, through small areas. Let me elaborate on that without really elaborating. When things are difficult and there may be some pain, and things are hard and difficult and painful, and yet we know that if we push hard enough to get to see that beautiful result, whether it's a new recognition, a new rank, or just be able to hold that baby, we will push. We're able to push a watermelon through a small area. Can I get an amen? So because of that, in business, there are lots of things where we have to work really hard, and we have to choose. Are we going to push through that and help to push and midwife our team as well? To talk to them, to encourage them and say, look, I've birthed this. I've done this. And you know what? I even recognize in business this transition period where people go, oh my gosh, I have to leave. I'm like, that's because you're just about ready to birth something. Because in labor, when you're about to give birth, you always say, oh, I don't have to do this. I can go back and watch soap operas. And the doctor and the midwife is saying, no, you have to give birth to this baby. And it's similar, because I've seen this same thing when we're birthing some things in our business. Keep that in mind. The other thing is that we're really great at working with a team. If we have a family, We have to work with a team. We have to be able to know the nuances of different personalities, of different people, and learn how to work with them and learn how to make that team cohesive, maybe separate certain team members, maybe put certain team members together. We're great at negotiating things with the team. And then these last things are really probably 3 or 4 of the most important. We have a natural passion. Successful entrepreneurs need to be passionate, and then they also need to be willing to sacrifice and take risks. And women that are mothers will take risks, and they will sacrifice things within themselves to be servant leaders. We want to be servant leaders, and we're capable of being servant leaders. The best leaders are servant leaders. And what I mean by that is that we are able to support our team and serve them toward their successes as well. And we use oftentimes our passion to motivate them into that. So passion and purpose is really, really close. For me, for those of you who don't know, I wanted to find great nutrition for my son who had an immune issue at birth. So I was looking for great nutrition. I found the best of the best, and I wanted to have these products be accessible to all of my friends who also wanted great nutrition for their children and for themselves. I was passionate about the fact that mothers and caregivers don't take care of themselves and need to. So that passion underlined everything that I wanted to do, and people trusted me and knew that. So moms make great entrepreneurs because they are passionate and they bring purpose to it. So passion and purpose is very similar, but purpose is really more about not necessarily just the emotion, but remembering intellectually as well what it is that you want. And for me, my goal is to create as many healthy and happy and prosperous forever families and families as I can. And I want moms like yourselves to be able to have that freedom to use all of your skills in order to build time freedom and income freedom, financial freedom for yourselves. Okay, so not done yet. This is something that's crucial too, vision. We are really great at being able to align somebody else's vision with our own. And I say that for me, it's that my company's vision, the company that I chose to lock arms with, I was really great at being able to see their vision statement, and see how it applies to me, which is really to be able to enhance the world regarding health and wellness. I remember once when my son was behind me in a little infant seat, and I was washing dishes, and I put him up. He was about 4 months old, and he started to sit up, and I didn't see him behind me, but I felt behind me, and I turned around and I caught him. It was the same with my daughter. Moms tend to have extremely good intuition, extremely good instincts, and we need to trust that. We need to be as automatic and as confident as we are with our instincts with our children as we are in business. So the fact that we have great vision will always make us excellent as entrepreneurs, because it's sort of like our baby. When you're building your own business, it's like your own baby. And the other thing is that we have great strength. We've heard the story of moms who are able to sort of like lift, they say with your adrenaline, you're able to like lift a car off of your child if something was coming in their way. And we know that we would fight very hard for the life of our children. We would sacrifice ourselves for our own children. And so when you have a business and you are an entrepreneur and you believe in this business, you bring that same strength to the table. So I wanted to cover all of these things, and we know that there are so many more, because I wanted to encourage each and every one of you out there, some who are already entrepreneurs, to understand that you are totally equipped, because sometimes you may feel discouraged. You may feel like you can't do this. You don't have it in you. But I'm going to tell you that you do. And this is not just for women who have birthed children physically, but also adopted, taking care of other people. You have it in you to run this business, to be totally successful in this business, because you have those attributes, and that's all it takes. If you are hardworking, if you are well networked, if you have a great attitude, if you are well balanced, if you have strength, if you have a purpose, if you have a passion, if you are able to persevere and put a team together and negotiate and push through things, and you'll be willing to commit to the process, you can do this. And for those of you who are just watching this and you have never you are struggling with your current job situation and you are thinking, can I do this? I am telling you that every day I lock arms with people who say, you know what, I want to work from home. I want to start a business on my own. I want to have more time freedom. I want to have more financial freedom. And if you think that you are not equipped, I'm just here to tell you that you are wrong. I work every day with people that are creating excellent income. Yes, they have to work. They have to work hard. Yes, they have to be intentional. Yes, they have to be committed. It's not just something that just happens to you. But if you're willing, you can do it. And I want to encourage you, because every day I'm locking arms, with people that, that can do this. And so, moms make the best entrepreneurs, and that can be you totally. So anyhow, that's what I have to say on that subject. I am going to be coming back talking about leading and using the analogy of being in the kitchen. Yes, I would suggest, if you want to reach out to me, find me on Facebook. It's Deanna Jones Falchuk on Facebook. Or you can go to deannafalchuk.com, and that's my About Me page, and you can get more information, connect with me, contact me, and I would love to tell you more, and I would love to nurture you with the skill set that you already have. So look for me next. We'll be talking about the kitchen next, and because I know that sometimes when there's too many cooks in the kitchen, it's not good. And I'll explain to you my thoughts on that. All right. Bye. God bless you guys. And I hope that the storm doesn't really hit us here.